Good morning, DMD. So today we're going to be talking about week 3 of Cambodian art. So today we're going to be talking about textiles. Now, textiles might be a new word for you, but textiles is talking about fabric. So the fabric that we see in the marketplace. Many of you have fabric that you wear every single day and some that look like this. Let's talk more about this. So in textiles, we're going to be talking about silk weaving. So silk weaving has a long history in Cambodia. It's a practice that dates back as early as the 13th century. So there are two main types of Cambodia weaving. So there's the this right here, you guys can read in the Khmer Chongkiet. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Teacher Moni and Teacher Ratana both did not know these words in Khmer either, so it's a very specific technique that only people who do silk weaving would know this word. So this is when we produce a pattern fabric that is quite complex. Complex means a lot of detail. So we create patterns, and the weavers, they dye. So dye means they color portions of the weft yarn before weaving. Now, weft yarn looks like this. So we have this picture on the screen here where we have the fabric and we put it on a loom, and a loom is something like this here. Let me zoom in. So I know this picture is not such great quality, but she has the fabric that is around the loom, and then she takes the needle and goes over, under, over, under, over, under. So that's how we create this pattern right here. Let me go back here. So there are different kinds of knots and patterns that you can make with different colors to create different pictures on your fabric. So the Aikat or Chongkiet, however I say that wrong, to create the patterns, they dye the fabric, like the yarn, before they do this. And then they take it and they go over, under, and then they're able to create these beautiful patterns that we see here. Then there is the uneven tuile, and it's taking single or two colored fabrics and weaving the colors together. And so on the front, there's one pattern, and on the back, we see another pattern. So Tuile, we have create these patterns here. So let me close these out real quick. So they're talking about how, like, on one side of this fabric, there's this beautiful color, but on the back side, you can see all of the fabric pieces go together, and it's not so beautiful. But on the front side, it's very beautiful. So that is talking about silk weaving. And like I said, it's a practice that's been around since the late 13th century. And we have some of these beautiful pieces of fabric that still last today. And we still see them in a lot of designs if you go through the market today. A lot of women for weddings and things like that wear beautiful silk patterns. We see those a lot. Let's go to the next screen. So we're still talking about textiles here. So traditionally, Cambodians, they employed natural dyes. So that means they didn't use a lot of chemicals to change the color. So red dye, it used to come from lac insect nest. So lac was this right here. So inside of a tree, there's an insect inside. And the insect creates this like plasticky resin, and it has these interesting colors. And they used to like stir it up, and they would mix up a color using this. This has been around for a really long time. It's an ancient way of getting color. I'm going to stop the video now and come back in a moment.